We got the media team in here. We're the media
We're the
team.
media team. We got content. TV's in the go. We got TV in the go, Wack.
You looking for that fire Clubhouse content? Well, you need to subscribe to the home. Hey, yo, Clubhouse TV. Let's get to the content.
That's a good one.
Spin the block.
Shout out Papoose. Think Papoose is right or is he wrong?
About what?
I think Papoose is right.
You think Remy Ma's wrong?
I do.
Why is that?
Because she broke her vow. Shit, she shouldn't have chose to get married. Shit,
So she broke her vows. So you
she
not.
should have just got a divorce.
Oh.
That's what I think.
She admitted that she shouldn't have been faking like it was okay. She admitted that.
Faking like she liked them.
Oh no, she liked him. You know, she cussed me out today, real bad.
Why she cuss you out, Wack?
Because she said she felt like I was side with Papoose.
You should have.
She not well, you know. She felt like we got. She felt like we got longer history. You know, so.
But even with y'all having longer history, do you feel like you could tell them both right from wrong type shit? Like, you know, like
No. We all got. I got into it with Papoose early this morning. We had our back and forth on the phone, and then it was like she.
Mute me up.
It was like she felt the shit because like 3 minutes after I got off the phone with him, she called me cussing, going crazy, right? So I told her, look, I didn't like that shit you did with this other nigga. Like, I didn't like that shit. It looked weird. You made bro look crazy. I didn't like the shit, right? Period. So she's like, well, he's the one made an issue by socking on him. I'm like, bitch, you shot a bitch for crumbs. So what would have did if it was you? Like, you can't. Like, and he was real calm about it because it looked to me like this shit been going on, right?
Yeah, because if Geechee Gotti would have never said shit.
Nah, well, she told me Geechee Gotti knew because early that morning or the day before, Papoose called and told him.
Look, and I.
So, but I'm trying to tell her and him, chill out because that little girl y'all got, eventually she gonna be in school and this shit gonna live on the internet forever.
Man.
So I kind of had her a little. Papoose kind of went far with the, you was bitch in the bed with the kid and you don't be there for the kid and all this kind of shit. So she felt like she had to get some get back. She was finna do some crazy shit. After about 20 minutes, we met in the middle. She's gonna bring the son on the live. I'm like, nah, don't do that. She like,
the gay son, the son he's saying.
Yeah, she like, well, I'm just gonna tell the truth about everything. I'm like Rem, don't bring him. You know, I go back 20 years with them people. You know, Pat.
How old is his son? That's an adult.
Yeah, because he had 2 women pregnant at the same time. One's a boy, one's a girl.
Oh, okay.
So she around there. So, because, you know, Pat was signed to K Slay.
Right.
But prior to that, Remy Ma always been up under the terror squad and shit like that. And people that know the history, K Slay used to be called the Black Fat Joe. So all them niggas was like super, super close. So that's how I met Fat Joe. That's how I met Remy and all that shit, you know, through Slay back then. So that's how Papoose met Remy once he signed to Slay, coming to the studio running into Remy. So that's her whole thing. Like, Wack, you know, I was somebody before this nigga they even knew who this nigga was. Like, nigga, I was already part of the camp, part of the circle, doing my battles and doing my shit, this, that, and other. I said, yeah, but the nigga ran for you for 6 years. You know what I'm saying? And everything he's saying ain't no lie. Like, he ran for you and he did all that shit. and he stayed down for you. You know what I mean? So I know you was contributing while you was in there. I do know that your royalty checks, all that. You signed everything over to him, but
But
didn't
at that time, was she beefing with Fat Joe?
yeah, it was up because it was shit going on out here.
Because that lean back and all of that, and because she went like when it was when
Yeah, but
lean back was at its peak,
they
right?
start beefing like, oh, what year was that when Papoose them had that big ass rumble in that hotel with Fat Joe? Might have been 07, 08. And Papoose inherited her shit. He ain't had no issue with Fat Joe. And it ultimately put a wedge between K Slay and Fat Joe.
Yeah.
Because Slay, he like, yo, Joe, that's my artist. Y'all need to. But at the same time, Papoose got another war going on with Uncle Murder. A real war. So now I'm in the middle of that because Murder my man, Pat my
But
man.
Papoose didn't shoot Murder, did he?
No, it was a whole lot of niggas got shot and stabbed and sliced and set up everywhere. Them niggas had a war. Both their teams. Well, neither one of their teams no joke. But Uncle Murder's manager is one of Slay's best friends. Papoose is Slay's artist.
Artist, yeah.
Murder is my man. Slay my big bro. This shit was like, right? So, and shit was going on. I'm talking like red carpet events at the label getting chopped up, hacked up on the red carpet, right? So this is why they dropped Papoose. They dropped Papoose from a $3 million deal in the middle of a $3 million deal, paid out the money. Y'all had the money. We dropping them because the violence was too much, right?
Damn.
Like literally. Those that remember, he had like a song with Snoop and another song called Hater Blockers that was going, but the violence, the labels was like, we ain't with that shit. Murder wasn't signed to nobody. He just running the streets. Pap was signed. Rim gone. You know, Rim shot the bitch, you know what I mean, over the little chains. So, but she told me, she like, Wack, you ran for me for 6 years and 4 months. She said, I came home August 4th, 2014. Like, shit, I done been home 11, 12 years. Double that. We been at odds since like 2021, 2022. So,
Right.
you know, but, you know, Rim is a street bitch, you know, shit, like, that's what she is. So, you know, I asked her what she needed done. She said she needed divorce papers signed, and she need him to admit they wrote the music together. And she said, and I need Clarence to stop mentioning my name. So I'm like, who's Clarence? And then that's when,
Clarissa.
yeah, bitch crazy. She crazy. So I hit Pap. He told me what's in the divorce papers that got to change. I hit her. I told her don't go live. She said I got to go live and shit. He said, but I'm not going to bring him on there. So I guess, so hopefully they done. I said, Pap.
So she
Yeah, because
called
she just
Clarissa
was live.
Clarence. She
Yeah, she
called
called
Clarissa
Clarence.
She was
Clarence.
just live.
No, I know she lied, but what she was going to do, you got to remember, when you been with them damn near 15 years and don't been
Hey,
around them
Wack, she
20,
called
it's,
Clarissa
it's
Clarence.
a, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a whole lot of shit. Both of y'all can start popping. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All kind of
Man,
shit.
Wack, you
You know
need
what
to
I mean?
set up
So,
a boxing match between them, bro.
nah, because I don't work like that. Remy that bitch is a gangster bitch. Remy would come in the building and go to jail. You know,
Look,
like
man.
that wasn't
She
no
got that type of
fake.
look on her face
That
like
wasn't
she
no
don't give a
fake. Walked up on that bitch and said, bitch, you went in my purse and stole my money? What if I did? She whipped out a 4.5 and bust on that bitch. Point blank range. In front of everybody. Like Remy is, you know, the bitch is a gangster, straight up. So that ain't, and I told Pat, I said, Pat, you know she gonna end up finding out where y'all at doing some wild shit. So tell her to kick back for your daughter's sake. Rem will go back to the penitentiary.
Mm.
When she was in the penitentiary, she was fighting every day, like, you know, so I'm trying to calm her down, but hopefully this they last live. Hopefully Pap don't respond. Hopefully.
I ain't gonna lie, I've been saying that shit about Remy Ma
Bro,
for
what?
years. She look like she got that type of crazy tweak to
Oh
her.
no,
He
that
Oh
like,
shit.
I'm
God.
saying, I feel like he like, I'm saying something
Nah,
every
because
time.
Because at the end of the day, listen, when people are together that long, you can start saying all kind of shit. You could say shit that'll have your family down with you because y'all talk every day. That's who you land with. You know, auntie, uncle, your brother. Wait, the nigga said what? What happened? You know, all kind of shit can start getting talked. She don't give a
That pillow
Remy.
talk shit. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, Remy don't give a
Yeah, she
about
don't get
nothing.
along with her family
Yeah,
anyway.
she don't give a fuck. Rem don't give a fuck. You know, and you know, I'm pretty sure it's, you know, she ain't no telling what receipt she got over there. So she told me after this she was gonna chill out if he chilled out and old girl chilled out.
So she basically mad about that interview on the Breakfast Club.
No, I guess old girl keep saying her name and then she'll whoop her ass and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm like, Pap, you know, Rem will find out where y'all at, bro, and pop out them bushes. You know how she is. So, like, I didn't wrestled with this woman. We was on Hot 90, no, we was on Shade 45. I'm surprised that interview ain't up. I'm also gonna try to find them interviews. And nigga, she tripping. Rem be tripping. I'm telling the Rem, don't
So
play with that.
who you think it went out of a fight? Her or Clarissa?
It ain't gonna, I don't,
Ain't no fight, gang. She pulling up with all
on the
bullshit.
street, I got some homies on the street that you're never gonna like because they just gonna kill you. You know what I'm saying? It ain't, you know what I'm saying? That's it.
You just gotta
It's
know the
not gonna
stats of the
be.
person that you with, gang. That's
Yeah, it's
it.
not gonna be. I don't give a midget. They're just gonna kill you. They're gonna bust on you. That's it. Like it ain't no ifs, ands, but ain't no what's gonna happen. She gonna hit her with that blade or hit her with that bullet. That's it.
No.
It's gonna be one of the two
It's
B's,
gonna be
bro.
one of the two. Yeah, and she real good at what she know how to do.
This shit just sad. It's just sad to see. I just saw Black Love, you know?
It was some black excellent shit going on though. It was. I like that little TV show they had on and everything. That shit was going hard.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this. This goes to show. I didn't heard y'all talk about this in the room before. That a relationship will never work when a woman is the breadwinner.
So what you trying to say that Papoose really wasn't
Nah, it's
holding it
weird
down?
because Papoose did pen a lot of shit, and from the shit they got penned is where the money come from. So, you know, he contributed. Like Remy Hot, she fresh out. You know, this Fat Joe shit is going on. My career been up, down, and I didn't kind of up with violence and shit. So let me go ahead on and help push her. You know, it took a special kind of nigga to do that. And he did that. So from what he contributed came hits, came a hit or two, which kept him working. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
From your standpoint, who messed up? But
no, you know what? It's crazy. If we want to talk about right or wrong, I would say real messed up.
Yeah.
But me and K Slade kind of told him like, "Hey, bro, Rim ain't cut like that. That ain't gonna work.
Right.
Rim is a nigga, a female nigga.
for sure.
You not finna shit. You know what I'm saying?
But you don't think like
That's
some of
what
the shit that he did in the background made her do the shit that she, I mean, reverse. Some of the shit that she did in her background made him do what the shit that he had to do.
like what?
Um, I mean, what you mean? Like if somebody told me, "Hey, bro, Rim Brown." Oh, okay. It's no shock and surprise to me. Rim's, you know, it's like telling me one of my homeboys around on his wife. Oh, okay.
Right, that's typical shit.
Yeah, she's a, you know, Rim is the female on the block that the men
Really
don't
fight
get
back.
in the men way. You know what I'm saying? Like
Okay, okay.
yeah, she looked the way she looked, but she got all a nigga ways.
I feel it.
You
Yeah,
don't
it was
see
just
when she
gonna
get
bounce and get
mad.
nothing happen.
You ain't never caught her when she get mad and she just get to popping it. Like nigga, that's okay. That's the real rip. That other shit is when she's trying to, have some
Try to
decorum.
have some class to her.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
God, I feel it. That shit crazy.
I mean, and on some real shit, that's where it kind of seemed like in situations like this is like where the 50-50 and the 100-100 conversation comes in, because it's like sometimes you go have money to pay the shit, and then sometimes you go have more money to pay shit, like type shit where it's like roses go reverse from time to time, because it's like if he was holding it down while she was in jail, it's like, why do it have to be a conversation of what I did versus what you did
Yeah,
type shit? If
that's the
y'all like
whole
a team.
little
I'm gonna
Hold
tell
crazy
you
shit about
why.
this whole thing.
on.
My bad.
I'm gonna tell you why. All that don't mean nothing. The only thing that count is if he could keep her mental on him, and he and she could keep his mental on her. Any one of those slip is over with. That's why when you get
Yeah.
married, you got to really know and understand what you're doing, because now you're saying, this is where I want to be for the rest of my life. Yeah, it may be all what it is now, but if either one slips with holding the other one's attention for whatever reason, it's stress, it's strain. You stop sexing them right. You stop talking to them or paying any attention.
Yeah, you like grow apart.
There it go. That's what happened. The minute them hands is released, I'm gonna walk in the middle and grab it and walk off with them. It's just real shit. Whether it's financial, whether it's whatever.
Damn. It
That's
just
just.
sucks to see
Yeah.
this type of shit though.
And I'm telling you, once you lose that, most people be like, "Yo, that don't hurt after all them years." Hell no, because it'd be kind of like a relief.
Yeah, because you're not emotionally attached no more, for real, for real.
You already, because by the time you gone, you already been mentally gone like
Yeah,
3 to 5 years already.
that's a fact.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So
For
you don't
sure.
even give a. Trust me, I know. You know what I'm saying? I had a 30 piece in, literally, for real. But it was like, once you like mentally, it ain't there. It just really don't matter. I used to say it all the time on the app. Niggas just didn't catch it. You remember when I used to say, "Nigga, I can't get in trouble." So what?
Mm-hmm.
Say it all the time.
I used to thought that shit was the funniest shit.
I say it all the time because niggas didn't realize that, because they used to, when niggas go in the
I bet
separation,
you ain't saying that now.
not because I'm in a situation, but back then, you like, people didn't realize because they used to like it's being messy or it's being some crazy shit. That's because shit like this happen. They don't maintain the balance of friendship to keep that foundation right. So what you do is you cash in your points. Okay, this is where it's at. You feeling this way, and that's what it is, right? Okay, cool. But I got enough credit, and you got enough credit to where we ain't never doing this, or this, that. You get what I'm saying? And then that's what
Yeah.
that is. And you gotta, when you build this shit, some niggas just say foundation, let me start on the roof. And then when shit start tumbling down, it ain't no foundation to hold just the respect up. It's gone.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody's ever heard my kid's mother say a word about me.
That's a Fendi.
Nothing. When I used to call her back to the app back then to answer questions, we was already separated. People just didn't know it. R&B figured it out because every time she talking to me, she hear an echo in the big ass house and ain't nobody there. You know what I'm saying? Women pay attention to shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when people be like, "Nigga, you woo de woo," that's what that was, nigga. When I came to Clubhouse, I just ain't got a messy situation.
Yeah, and
You
that's
know?
what it really be all about, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, that's why You know
What's
when
the
people
word?
be,
Amicably. Looking on
oh, well,
leaving amicably. Is that the
What that
word?
even mean?
I just didn't have a messy
The
situation.
fuck?
Hell yeah. Yeah, it just sucks to see them going through that shit because that shit is like embarrassing.
Man, they ain't slept in the same bed she told me since 2022.
Yeah, that's what he said because that's when she started dating Easy or whatever.
Well,
She checked out.
Fix it, Lord.
But it's like it seemed like he was trying to hold on, you know?
he definitely was because he put in, it was him that was putting in the work to the world. So he
Right,
didn't
right.
want to look crazy, you know what I'm saying? Said Bill
Of
ego.
course.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I don't be looking crazy. He was willing to, it was going, I'm glad it happened the way it happened because the nigga, all that shit to get to building up and a nigga be in snap.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? One day. Nigga be then flipped out and snap. Women do it too.
No, that's a fact.
You know, that's when they look up, she be stabbing your ass up. Nigga, you really
Shit,
did
the
that?
relationship snaps is real. You gotta watch out for them.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers,
Shout
I'm
out to
tired of you
all the
niggas.
niggas that punching niggas down behind their wives. On my mama.
Oh God, nigga.
Man.
Shit, like I'm tired of you. You might want to watch out for them words.
Clubhouse TV. Clubhouse TV. Clubhouse TV.
What up, YouTube? It's Clubhouse TV back in the building. And y'all heard the content. Wack weighing in on the Remy Papoose situation. Streets is talking. Blogs is going crazy. Leave it to Wack to keep it uncut and unfiltered. So let's get into it now. The word is out, as you heard. And I'm sure you've been hearing through the blogs and the internet. Remy going in on Papoose. He's been stalling the divorce by not signing the paperwork. But meanwhile, Papoose finally clapped back, claiming he filed the paperwork, not her. And then, Wack jumped in the mix, and you already know he ain't hold nothing back. Now, this ain't about no divorce papers. It's about pride, betrayal, and public image. Now, the whole situation turned left when Remy started popping out with the battle rapper, Easy the Block Captain. Now, right when Papoose was still standing 10 toes down behind her, Remy violated. You can't turn back on a man who held you down through a 7-year bid and then try to flip the narrative like he the problem. Like, why now? Why this sudden push to get legal with it when it's been quiet for so long? It's less about love lost and more about reputation management. Now, this whole back and forth is a lesson for everybody watching from the sidelines. Loyalty don't mean anything if the energy ain't matched. Now, Remy and Papoose was a symbol in hip hop. Now they just another case of what could have been. And on the real, math ain't mathing. Remy's in. I mean, is is he right? Is this more to this than Remy and Papoose beef than meets the eye? Let me know what you think about the content in the comments. Who do you think is wrong here, Remy or Pat? And don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you're always notified when I drop new content. Subscribe to the media team so you get that exclusive Wack 100 content. As always, certainly appreciate y'all checking out Clubhouse TV. Off to the next one.